Hello and welcome to day 7 in my Stronghold Kingdoms no-card video log series. In the past 24 hours, I finally reached Alderman. I'm currently in Alderman 6th class. This is up from yesterday where I was only a Yeoman 2nd class. So I moved up 2 sub-ranks in 24 hours and I'm now an Alderman, which means I can get a second village. I can either capture or buy a charter. Unfortunately, I do not have the research completed to begin such a conquest as of now, but by the time this day is completed, I should have completed all the research, and hopefully I'll have a second village to show you tomorrow. So let's cover research I did in the past 24 hours. Starting with industry, I put 1 point into iron mining to unlock the iron mine. Now this is debatable as to whether or not it was needed quite yet, as the reason I did it was to eventually, hopefully, unlock or research the armor working technology and the pull turning to unlock those buildings to build pikemen. Now the reason that I'm sort of regretting doing iron mining is because I'm not quite ready to go and build pikemen yet. I think I would prefer to invest some research into theology first, because the build I was sort of going for was a supporting class or a supporting build, and generating faith points. Faith points come in a limited amount. So it's important to start generating faith points early on, really, if you hope to support your faction or your house in a meaningful way, especially through faith points. Not only that, but the buildings you unlock, such as the cathedral, can provide a great honor boost just by building it in the village. So it's sort of a win-win situation. I was looking for more buildings that would boost my honor, and theology will do that. And I think that would be more helpful in contributing to the faction than simply having pikemen would be, because I'm not looking to go on attack yet. However, iron mining can be useful because there are guilds in the parish that are going to require iron to be donated, so it won't hurt to build an iron mine in my village just yet. I just think it was a little bit out of order, out of place. It wasn't quite the time yet to research that. In addition to iron mining, in the military research tree, I continued my research of fortification to unlock the gatehouse. Prior to this, I only had a wooden gatehouse, which can be taken down relatively easily, especially by armed peasants, and everybody has those right now, so I wanted something a bit more sturdy, a bit more durable. I'm not planning on researching the Great Tower yet because they take too long to build. I want a full castle up as quickly as possible, so I'm going to be sticking with the Lookout Tower castle strategy that I've been going with until at least I get, what is that technology? Construction researched, which will reduce castle building times by 60% once it's complete. In addition to fortification in the military tab, I also researched command for another 2 points. Now my current army size is 150. I intend to continue to research this as needed as I recruit more troops and basically need the space. Finally, over in the education tab, I put 2 points of research into engineering to upgrade the capacity of all my resource stockpiles. I want to call them stockpiles because it seems like such a generic term, and Stronghold doesn't actually provide a comprehensive and generic term in English for what engineering increases. It just says increased storage space per good type, which is a bit nebulous unless you're familiar with what it does. Moving into the village, let's take a look at the buildings I completed. Nothing new in the woodcutters front, but I did build an additional apple orchard and an additional brewery. This brings me up to a total of 14 apple orchards and a total of 7 breweries. As you can tell, I'm making quite a bit of ale, and I hope to be selling more. Since the price of apples is crashing, although not too bad, I attribute this greatly due to the fact that my county is sort of closed off to outside trading until those players reach a much higher rank than they currently are. I still would get a better price for ale, and I have the resources. I make a lot of wood and a lot of stone per day, so I have the resources to build more inns, and the ale sells for a great price, so why not? The only other, well, 2 other buildings were completed in the last 24 hours, in addition to the aforementioned ones, those being an additional 2 stone quarries. This is because I make a lot of wood, and I need stone to help balance that out, especially when building buildings. I also need stone to continue building my castle. As you can see, this is my castle in its current state. I'm extending out to a second perimeter using the lookout towers. And as you can see, I have quite a few archers on the walls. And although I haven't been scouted since my peacetime ran out, the enemy did arrive back in my parish after only a short 24 hours ago when they left. The camp exited 24 hours ago, and just this morning I noticed or just last night I noticed they popped back in the parish. So my first attack went fairly well. I'll just play through this quickly. As you can see, the early attacks are rather small. They'll increase in size until the final attack comes, and then the camp leaves for a little while. So yeah, I got 360 honor. At least I didn't lose any honor, right? And I didn't lose any troops. So it's a great little defense. Even if no player scouted you or anything, this is why defense is great, because not only are you not losing honor for that attack, I made 360. So what's not to like? In the world of quests, I completed 2 yesterday, Wolf Hunt 1 and Spread the Word 3. Wolf Hunt 1 requires you to kill a wolf lair. Now, as it turns out, one was lucky enough to spawn relatively near to me in a neighboring parish. I believe it was right here, and it hadn't been cleared yet. Apparently, there wasn't a whole lot of activity overnight or wherever you live at the time, and I was lucky enough, my army got there and killed it with just a couple of armed peasants lost. I threw my entire garrison at it. If you were under imminent threat of being attacked by another player, that probably wouldn't be advisable, but it all turned out quite well for me. So I got my first wolf lair kill in, and then I also completed Spread the Word 3, which basically requires you to invite more players to Stronghold Kingdoms via email. You don't have to invite actual people, you can make up any email address you want and fill it in, and it counts towards that quest. In the area of popularity, I currently have the Drizzle event, which is deducting 6 popularity from my overall popularity, but I'm maintaining my ×4 rations of ale and food, as well as maximum bribes for my peasants, which is now costing me over 1,500 gold. This means that I have to make that much gold a day just to offset how much it's costing me, but it is well worth it in the long run. As you can see, it is only day 7. Well, I've completed day 7 as of recording this, and I'm pretty much going to hopefully take my second village today. Speaking of second villages, I scouted out a player down here. Now this player is only a rank 6, so they haven't been playing in a while, and the parish has no steward. So I would like to take control of this parish, although it is a little bit far away from my original village, and I won't be able to support it with goods because my merchants don't have fast travel times yet. I think it would help solidify my dominance in this country, or this county. Considering there are only 4 parishes in it to begin with, I will have a significant advantage and basically a better claim on it, because the other players are also house 10. If I have 2 parishes in here, I sort of have more of a right to the county. And it's a small county, and it's going to be highly contended because it's easy to grab. But we'll see how that happens. I think solidifying my foothold in this county is more important than, say, capturing this village right here or buying a charter right here. Also, the charter is going to cost $10,000 or 10,000 gold. I think I'd rather spend the honor. It's easier to make up for the honor that would be lost from attacking a level 6 player than it would be to make 10,000 gold. Finally, let's direct our attention to my parish. I mentioned yesterday that I mentioned 3 guilds that I might build. I ultimately decided on ale since I was selling that, and I was really feeling the need for more gold. So Now I'm building the Ale Guild that costs 3 flags. I know some people would advise a more militaristic approach, say with the Sergeant at Arms, to bolster the parish's defense. I already built 2 of the barracks, but I need to send troops in. As you can see, my current max army size is 75, and I only have 25 troops in there. They're all armed peasants. But, one of the benefits that come with being in a faction, in a house that controls stuff, is that people aren't going to flag raid it. So I can afford to hold off a bit on the military defenses, at least until I get a better economy set up. So that's the reason I did that. If you're steward of a neutral parish, you're probably going to be raided heavily. So though when you do actually get to keep some flags, you have like 3 flags, it is imperative that you build guilds in the parish that will increase the defense capabilities of the parish to better deter players from attacking it. So there you go. This has been day 7 of my Stronghold Kingdoms no cards build log. This takes place in USA 3, and although USA 3 isn't all that active, I think this sets a good precedent. Hopefully it will inspire more people to try the game, even if they can't spend a lot on it, because it can be fun. I mean, I've been playing it for around almost 4 years now, and I've only bought cards twice, and that was mostly for the premium tokens, not for the actual cards. I have plenty of cards saved up over that time, and I have a lot of wheel spins in other worlds to hopefully get more card packs. So I honestly have no idea how many cards I could have, but as you can see, for me, the amount of cards I have doesn't impact the amount of fun I can have playing this game, or how passionate I am about it. And I hope there are other players out there who will see this and then join the game, even if they can't afford to it. Because, I mean, there is good camaraderie to be had with the other players of this game. Well, anyway, thank you very much for listening, and until next time, farewell.